I'm Alexis, and this is my guide to unlocking access to Old Naxxramas, which is the version of the raid as it was way back in vanilla. This is part 2 of a 3-part video guide to getting Reins of Valiance, the secret mount released in the Dragonflight Expansion. So be sure to check out my other videos if your end goal is to get this mount. The 3 videos explain the steps to unlocking Old Naxxramas, unlocking Old Naxxramas, and finally unlocking the tier 3 vendor to finally get the mount. Before we start, please consider leaving a like and subscribe. It'll help my channel grow and I'll be able to put out more content more often. Now sit tight, pull up your sleeves, and let's start the grind. First things first, go to the auction house and buy 1 righteous orb and 4 true silver bars. You'll thank me later. Next, head over to Scholarman's, go to the right side and enter Old Naxxramas using the book we unlocked in part 1 of this 3-part video. Go all the way to the basement of the dungeon where Rattlegore is. As you enter on the left, there's a bone pile, and if you squint your eyes enough, you will see the smallest lootable item barely visible to the naked eye ever created in this game, a cracked Argent Dawn commission. I literally started swishing my mouse left and right in hopes that I'd hover over it and have an idea where it is. After looting the item, right-click on it to repair it. Using the righteous orb and true silver bars you already have waiting in your bag. You're welcome. Note to players who are using a character that did the Old Naxxramas back in the day, you might not be able to see the cracked Argent Dawn commission. In that case, you have to go over to Chillwind Camp and speak to any Argent Dawn quartermaster to give you an Argent Dawn commission. Next, equip your Argent Dawn commission, defeat Rattlegore, loot him, and get the viewing room key. Next, you need to go defeat Dark Master Gandlink. It's important that you have your Argent Dawn commission equipped, because after defeating him with the trinket equipped, he'll drop a Dark Master Scourgestone, which will give you the quest, shocker, Dark Master Scourgestone. You have to return the item to Duke Nicholas Bernhoff in Light's Hope Chapel in Eastern Plaguelands, coordinates 7553, and you're now able to collect Scourgestones. These will be useful later on. Now, time to go to Stratholme. You'll find this dungeon in the Western Plaguelands and enter from the regular entrance, that is, the live side. There's another entrance for this dungeon. It's a gate in the North Mountains, just east of Plaguewood. Coordinates are up on the screen, just in case you didn't know, but you won't need it in this video. Roam around and kill the mobs until you find an Eye of Naxxramas. These will spawn after you defeat certain mobs or pass through certain areas randomly. These will drop Ward of Naxxramas for you. I just started killing and looting everything until I got it, because sometimes they're not as easy to spot. Don't use the item yet. Go to a supply crate and loot a Stratholme Holy Water. Next, head over to the entrance of the Crusaders Cathedral. Use the Ward of Naxxramas, and to the left you'll see a Dread Ward of Naxxramas spawn right next to the gates. Now here's where the challenge starts. Tossing the Stratholme Holy Water on it will give you a 5-minute buff. Sleight of hand. You have 5 minutes to run all the way to the undead side of Stratholme and defeat the final boss. But to get to the final boss, you need to defeat the 3 bosses in the zone and the 5 mobs inside the rooms to disable the ziggurats to open the gates to the final boss. You know the gate is open because you'll see a message ending with "The slaughterhouse is vulnerable." If you fail to get there in time, don't worry, you can just go out of the dungeon, reset, get a new Ward of Naxxramas and try again. Tip: you cannot defeat the bosses and ziggurats to open the gate beforehand. I tried this and using the Ward of Naxxramas did not spawn the Dread Ward, so you're gonna have to do this the hard way. I did this on my druid, talented in every type of speed buff possible. Speed and chance, food, the works. So let's quickly run through it. Use the Ward of Naxxramas, use the Holy Water, make a dash as fast as you can to the east of Stratholme, defeat the bosses and the mobs inside. Literally do not stop running when defeating mobs and bosses. Gate is open, go through and quickly defeat all the abominations. Defeat Ramstein, AoE down the waves of mindless undead to open the doors to the last boss. Defeat the 5 sentry that spawn, quickly AoE them down. Now the final door is open, kill Lord Arius Rivendell, run back up. The gate where the mindless undead spawned is now open. Run through it, and you'll find the Hand of Naxxramas behind another gate. Use the special action button to burn it down. You'll see a message. As the Hand of Naxxramas burns to a pile of ash, it is clear that recent events have escalated such that someone should be made aware of them. That means you did it! Yay! After you catch your breath, return to the Light's Hope Chapel and talk to the Archmage Angela dos Santos. She'll give you a quest with certain requirements depending on your standing with the Argent Dawn. If you're on an old character and you're already exalted, you just need to take the quest and complete it, no questions asked. If not, you will need to give her a number of large brilliant shards, argent crystals, and righteous orbs. Just buy them off the auction house, but you need to get to at least revered with the Argent Dawn. I know what you're thinking, is this grind ever gonna end? Well, it's not as hard as you think to get to exalted. It'll take you just about 15 minutes. Travel to the Eastern Plaguelands and speak to Fiona at coordinates 966. Take the quest Gidwin Gold Braids and do only the quests shown in this quest line, with the final quest being Argent Call, the Trial of the Crypt, and you'll get to revered with the Argent Dawn once you complete this quest. You can now complete Angela's quest and you'll get the achievement Wards of the Dread Citadel. Congrats! You can now go to Old Naxxramas, and this is open account wide, so you can go and farm transmog on any of your characters. The entrance to Old Naxxramas is in the Eastern Plaguelands, coordinates 3522. Just click on this shard and you'll automatically get teleported. And that's the end of part 2 of this 3-part series. If your end goal is to get Reins of Valiance, you can continue to watch part 3 of this video series. It's a long process, but worth it in the end. Don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching.